My name is Sam Peters. I'm comprehensively great-looking, a natural blonde, and a highly intelligent one. I'm extremely tough, an exceptional journalist, and I hate modesty. I work for Uncharted. It's basically Playboy for scientists. Fewer naked women, fewer cars, more text. We report on excavations in, and expeditions to, the remotest corners of the world. The pay is, to be exact, pretty miserable. But you get adventure on tap, and that's the best bonus you could ask for. Although sometimes they're hairy, even for my taste. My latest trip took me to Indonesia, where local archaeologists had discovered an ancient temple complex in the jungle. Team members were disappearing one after another without trace. Turns out, it was terrorists. They kidnapped me. Then my old friend Max showed up and got me out of there. And here we are. He's off trying to get a whiff of the gang's plans. I'm supposed to inform the Indonesian authorities. Oh, and a volcano has now erupted and half of the island is in flames. I have no idea where Max is now, and I'm not going looking for him in this inferno. Anyway, it's supposed to be the man who goes through flames for the woman, and not the other way around. My task is clear. I have to escape from this island and bring help from the mainland. Done it. Now let's hightail it out of here. Crap. This inflatable dinghy is missing some, inflation. Locked. Maybe I can get it open some... My goodness. Interesting. Obviously an M. Definitely past its sell-by date as a food source. But that claw might make it useful. Looks close, but that's actually some hell of a distance. Swimming to the mainland is not an option. When Max came here with this boat, it was in a considerably better state. Damn blow-up boats. There's no air in the front chamber. Damn blow... Laying my hands upon it is not... a bullet hole. The volcano's out of control. Whatever it is I'm doing here, let's do it fast. Nah, not interesting in the slightest. I'll just take the one bone. No man is so great that a woman will go back into hell for him. And Max isn't all that in the first place. No, on this occasion, I'm going to respect that rule. Make an exception to my own and actually do what I'm told. Please don't talk to me. I don't care what your name is. You're just a simple thorn bush, aren't you? The heat's so intense, this bush has caught... Please don't. You're just a simple thorn bush, aren't you? What am I supposed to do? Blow it out? I don't like to admit it, but this rock's just too big for me. It's thin, but it's strong. There's a note inside the... There's a note inside the bottle. Unfortunately, I can't open the top. I'll jam the crab claw onto the end. Laying my hands upon it is not going to mend that hole. Shards are lucky. I don't like to admit it, but this rock's just too big. I can't translate this. No man is so great that a woman will go back into hell for him. And Max isn't all that in the first place. No, on this occasion, I'm going to respect that rule. Make an exception to my own and actually... Can we talk about that first? The conversation will go like this. No. Can we talk about that first? The conversation will go like this. No. Generally, more heat is better. Quite beautiful, also rather scary. Can we talk about that first? The conversation will go like this. No. Damn blow-up boats. There's no air in the front chamber. When Max came here with... There's a capital A above the recess. hope all the trouble's been worth it. Boots and socks. A satellite phone would have been nice. A stripped-down air pump. Putting all the parts together shouldn't be too... That would be a job of Sisyphean magnitude, so long as we still have that hole in the side. Damn blow-up boats. There's no air in the front chamber. Let's clean away this grease and sand. Kicking only works with cars. And men. They're too big for me anyway. I'll cut a piece of rubber. I'll jam the piece of rubber between the claws. This piece of rubber is big enough to patch the hole. I don't think it's gonna stick. I don't like to admit it, but this rock's just too big for me. The piece of rubber is stuck. Looks like an arrow. Best be careful. It could be a trap. Now the air pump ought to work again. Like roasting marshmallows. You have to know when enough's enough. Melted enough? Perfect. Let's get this dinghy back on the high seas. Now I can get out of here at last. I haven't phoned in for days. My editor will be going loopy. Home at last. First, I'm gonna treat myself to a drink. And then I will listen to the 25 messages my charming editor has left for me. He sounds a bit miffed because I've only just got back from Indonesia. My excuses had better wait. He's already got a new job lined up for me. Oh, it's an important one by the sounds of it. Could be big for the magazine. I'd better not waste any time. Sure, a girl like me can find a new job really fast, but it still sounds like hassle I don't need. I'd best take the next flight to Berlin. I need to meet up with a Professor Hartmann. He heads up a research group at Humboldt University, and our magazine is one of the sponsors of his Africa expedition. It seems that our professor is hot on the trail of some scientific sensation out there. How often have I heard that shit? The sensation is usually some frothy bullshit that we can't even use to fill the summer news gap. Anyway, I'm clinging on to this job, which means I'm headed out to Africa with the professor at the next opportunity. I don't know exactly where we're going, so anything could be in store. And that is exactly what I love about this damn job. The Biological Institute. This is where I'm supposed to meet Professor Hartmann.
Yes, can I help you?
Hello, my name is Peters. I've got an appointment with Professor Hartmann.
I'm sorry, but he's no longer in the building.
What? But he wanted to meet me here this evening.
According to our database, the professor is away on an expedition.
He's already set off? But I was supposed to be going with him.
Yes, well, not every department of this facility is as efficiently organized as the security department is.
Shit. My boss is gonna go bananas when he finds out I've missed this shot. What am I supposed to do now? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Do you know exactly when the professor jilted me?
just a second. It looks like it was this morning.
Do you know where the professor was headed?
No, but you could ask his secretary.
Great. Where is she?
Frau Mueller has already left for the weekend. She'll be back Monday morning.
Have you got her home number?
We do. But I couldn't possibly give out private staff details to members of the public. Be patient and come back Monday.
Patience is definitely not an option. No professor, no story. I need to find him as fast as I can. If I only knew where he was headed. Now I'm really in a jam. Could you perhaps pop along to Professor Hartmann's office and see if he's left a note for me?
If he had left you a note, then it would be here at reception, I'm sure.
Does Professor Hartmann have a cell number by any chance?
Doesn't look like it. We only have his office number here.
Could you perhaps imagine letting me into his office for just a mo?
If you'd like to know precisely, no, not in my wildest dreams. But I wish you a refreshing, stress-free weekend.
Same to you. With bells on. Looks like I'm gonna have to help myself. No gate stopped me before. I need to get into the professor's office to find out where he's gone. If I mess up this assignment, then that's my job out the window. No. Without a very, very good reason, I am not going to touch that. Full to the brim with cartons and newspapers. There's a notice from garbage collection stuck on the letterbox. According to this, the BSR collects the waste paper first. Then another truck comes for the bio-waste. The bulky stuff goes tomorrow. The waste paper collection's been and gone. I can't expect any help from the doorman. I'll have to find out for myself where Professor... Closed. Gotta be another way to get into the prof's office. I've just about got everything a girl could need in this little bag, but sadly nothing to wipe these markings away. I know Berlin punks are finding new body parts to punch holes in every day, but I think we've some years yet before all-over body piercing comes into fashion. Although, with that security camera there, perhaps I could upload the result to YouTube and set the trend. Who am I kidding? There's a notice from garbage collection stuck on the letterbox. According to this, the BSR collects the waste paper first. Then another truck comes for the bio-waste. The bulky stuff goes tomorrow. The professor's office is the only lead I've got for where he might be. The camera is covering the entire entrance. The doorman will be watching every move I make. Not a good idea messing about with the camera. The doorman would be onto me right away. The first accessory for my sailboat. Nah, pushing empty trash cans is way below my preferred difficulty level. Well, okay, but just this once. Where's it supposed to go? If I use the garbage container to... If I throw the carpet over the metal spikes, I can climb over the wall unscathed, but I'd end up in full view of the security camera. It's not gonna work as is. If I throw the carpet over the metal spikes, I can climb over the wall unscathed, but I'd end up in full view of the security camera. It's not gonna work as is. If I throw the carpet over the metal spikes, I can climb over the wall unscathed, but I'd end up in full view of the security camera. It's not gonna work as is. Nah, pushing empty trash cans is way below my preferred difficulty level. Well, okay, but just this once. Where's it supposed to go? Sounds like a good plan. Nah, pushing empty trash cans is way below my preferred difficulty level. The waste paper's empty. If I throw the carpet over the metal spikes, I could climb over easily enough. But then I'd be in full view of the security camera and the doorman would spot me. I need to find a better way. Have to get into the Institute and find Professor Hartman's office. The clamp is solid. I can't get the hose off. Low walls, okay. 2 stories? Nope. I am not a world-class free climber. The perfect entry assistance. The sign is fastened to the tree with 4 screws. Nothing's gonna happen without some tools. That's a horse chestnut. It was Tree of the Year in 2005. How do I know that? It says so on the little sign. Damn. The clamp is solid. I can't get the hose off. That's what comes from leaving your tools lying around. Waltz into the building through the main entrance? The doorman would chuck me straight out. There's gotta be some more subtle way in there. Whoever said size doesn't matter was covering something up. This ladder, in particular, is way too short. Who needs a bolt cutter when head shears can do the job just as well? I've cut through the chains. Well, it's longer. But it's also... Unfolded, the ladder's certainly long enough, but it's too flimsy to put weight on. Unfolded, the ladder's certainly... Too big for the small screws. Too big for the small screws. Too big for the small screws. I'll push the rake through the rungs of both of the ladder's legs. Still too unsteady. The rake could slip out from between the rungs if I climbed up it. Still too unsteady. The rake could slip out from between the rungs if I climbed up it. Freedom for garden hoses. I'll tie the rake to the garden hose so that the whole thing becomes a bit more steady. That is a sturdy ladder. Well done, Sam. Climbing through windows. A real cat burglar me. And look, the coast is clear. Won't open. Won't open. No dough, no go. Not Professor Hartman's office. Empty files. Useless. Empty files. Useless. Nothing that I could use. Nothing that I could use. No dough, no go. And there it is, the exception to the rule. You don't always find something useful in waste bins. Not Professor Hartman's office. Dear Google, please find lockpick and head shears. No hits. Won't open. Won't open. Dear Google, please find lockpick and... Won't open. Won't open. Empty files. Useless. Go down and run into the doorman's arms, perhaps? I don't want to push my luck too far. Go down and run into the doorman's arms, perhaps? I don't want to push my luck too far. And there it is, the exception to the rule. You don't always find something useful in waste bins. A solid pair of head. Too big for the small screws. Dear Google, please find lockpick and head shears. No hits. A solid pair. Nothing that I could use. These work gloves.
Das Büro gehört Lieschen Müller. Das ist nicht das Büro von Professor Hartmann. Eine robuste Heckenschere für echt... Lässt sich nicht öffnen. Das ist nicht das Büro von Professor Hartmann. Das ist nicht das Büro von Professor Hartmann. Lässt sich nicht öffnen. Das Büro von Professor Hartmann.
Empty files. Useless. Here's a box of empty file folders. Dear Google, please find lockpick and head shears. No hits. Too big for the small screws. Waltz into the building through the main entrance? The doorman would chuck me straight out. There's gotta be some more subtle way in there. Would seem to be the main entrance. I think it works pretty well right there.